Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome back to my channel. And so, yeah, it's sheet load time. So, I am going to do holiday paper today. I'm in the mood. I have been. Here's the sheet load instructions. I did not print them. I've been in the holiday mood. I think because I live in Texas, it's blazing hot. I'm thinking about Christmas. And cool weather. It's so funny. It's like always longing for the next season, right? Anyways, so here's my paper. I did my first card yesterday. This was off camera crafting for myself time. And now I'm just picking my paper. So I knew I wanted to use that paper stack, the 6x6, which you will need for this recipe, and then also 2 pieces of 8.5 by 11. I don't know what color these are. I don't know where they're from. They're from a subscription box of some sort. But I thought these 2 pieces went really well with this paper pack, which is from Catherine Puller. And I'm guessing that this is last year's paper. This is not brand new. This is like old. And that's okay. Let's use what we've got, right? So I'm going to use these 4 sheets of 6x6 paper and these 2 sheets of 8.5 by 11. And the recipe also calls for a sheet of white 8.5 by 11 for like a sentiment, but I'm going to use this adorable Ellen Hudson stamp set, and I'm just going to use this one stamp. It's so cute. It's like a mason jar snow globe, and I just thought it went perfectly with this paper. And you know, if you pick your paper first, then you can paint, you know, your images to match. So since I picked my paper, I know what colors I'm going to use. I did it. Well, I didn't do it on my own, but I found my favorite black ink. Yay! And the crowd goes wild. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is the one. I want to place like another order. I'm going to in July and get another ink pad and another refill because I never want to run out of this ink. I love it. It's close to my heart. Look, the case is magnified so it like sticks. Oh, it's just amazing ink, you guys. It is so good. And you can use it for watercolors or alcohol markers. You don't have to decide before you stamp. You just stamp your little heart out, and then you can decide, do I feel like a watercolor today, or do I feel like alcohol markers today? It's crisp, it's beautiful, it's amazing. I am now close to my heart's like, you know, you got to know somebody kind of thing. So I'm going to leave my friend Dedra linked down below in case you don't know somebody, because I didn't know anybody either. But Dedra's super sweet. She's super sweet. I know she would love to help you. But this is the Intense black ink. Okay, so Close to My Heart has a few different black inks. I want to make sure you get the right one. It's Intense. If you're shopping for a black ink, I'm telling you, it's my favorite. I have tried 5 brands, and this one came out on top for me. So what I'm doing here is watercoloring in a very basic way. I'm using Prima. This is the Tropicals palette, and it just, again, I picked a palette based on the paper, and I thought these colors matched the paper perfectly. Don't you guys know that if this house was in a neighborhood with an HOA, they would go insane if we painted our house this color? I love it. Love it. I do not love HOAs. I'm too creative for all that mess. And I just want to do what I want to do. So now I'm painting the door like this citron yellow color, because why not? And you know, I just love watercolors. That is definitely my favorite medium to color my images with. It's fast, it's beautiful, it's fun. I get to use a paintbrush. It's just my happy place when it comes to coloring images. So, I bought a new palette. It's not here yet. I haven't bought watercolors in 2 years. Watercolors, I think, are kind of like paper for some people and some artists. It's like, yeah, I have. All you need is a basic set. That's really all you need. And then you can mix and make your own colors. But it's kind of like paper where it's like, yeah, I have all the paper in the world that I could possibly use, but look at these colors or this design. I think that's kind of how watercolors are. But because I have not bought any in 2 years, I treated myself and I got the Altenew 36 pans. So now it's not their artist grade, it's not their professional grade, it's really their basic grade of paint, but I loved the colors and that's what I wanted. And I'm a card maker. They are light fast, but I'm not making professional prints over here that need to be sold. So I don't need the premium stuff. I just want pretty colors. Y'all feel me on that? So now I'm using my Prima Decadent Pies, and this silver gives me the toughest time. Like, I love the Prima watercolors. Again, they're not like professional grade by any means, but they're fun. And I like the little metal tins they come in. They stack nicely where I want them, and I can use them all the time. This is the only color that's ever given me a hard time, but it sure does. That silver just doesn't want to activate. But, I just kept putting water on it. I dug in it a little bit with the back of my brush. And I got it activated. So, since my paper is cool and my colors are cool, I kind of went away from that gold. I started with that gold lid on the snow globe, and I was like, nah, I think we need silver. And then I went in with the gold again, though, and kind of made it look like an aged or tarnished silver, and that was the ticket. Now, this part you're not even going to see that much, but I wanted to get it where I wanted it. So I hand cut all these out because that was a lot faster than passing something through my die cutting machine 8 times. And then I decided to grab this embroidery floss from my stash. And I don't know if y'all do this, but I tried to go big. I want to give myself plenty of room to tie, but I measure the first cut. That way I can, on this one, I'm making 8. So I want to just be able to measure them all, and otherwise they are too short or way too long and you're wasting stuff. So that's kind of a tip for you guys. If you're using embroidery floss or string and you're making a bunch of cards, go ahead and measure out to where you find a good measurement and then cut all your pieces. I really think it saves you materials and time and frustration. So this was definitely the most time-consuming part of these cards and of the sketch. I love Crafty Owl's sketches. They are fun. Now, if you guys have been following me for a while, every month I do this, and I usually change something up because that's who I am. But this month, I just wanted to do it exactly the way the recipe called for. I just wanted to follow directions and get her done. And I love these cards. I think they're so cute. So here I am measuring out. I just had to measure one, and then I just, get all the others the same length. I'm showing you here that the paper is single-sided. I prefer double-sided paper, but hey, it's all good. So now I'm going to follow directions. It's a good practice for me. Follow directions, cut my paper. I'm not going to give you guys the measurements here because you need to go to Crafty Owl's YouTube channel. I will leave the video with the instructions linked below for you. Anyways, you just can be a subscriber to her channel, which is free. It's always free to subscribe to a YouTube channel. To become a member is something different. And she did just start memberships, and for $1.99 a month, this is pretty cool. I'm a member. For $1.99 a month, you can get all of her sheet loads in one place. You don't have to, if you don't want to. And because there's a lot of history there that I don't know about, as far as like there's a lot of sheet loads I've missed, I can just go through as a member and I have access to all the sheet loads she's ever done, all the recipes. It's really easy to pick what I want. So I definitely recommend that. If you guys are into sheet loads, I think it's worth it. Plus I get to show some support for $1.99 a month. I mean, I can blow that just passing by the corner store, you know? So anyways, that is pretty cool. I think it's neat. And yeah, so I'm going to leave her channel linked below. It is free for everyone to download her sheet loads. You just go on, watch the video. She'll give you instructions and a link, and it's really easy to do. And I love her sheet loads. So thank you, Crafty Owl, if you get to see this. I really, really have fun with this every month. So I'm kind of showing y'all my mass approach here to making this recipe. This month makes 8 cards. You can always double, triple, quadruple. Like if you need 50 Christmas cards and you wanted to do them all right now and not make another one this year, just multiply it times 4, all your rest, you know, and you can make a whole batch of cards, a whole big huge batch, which is what I think is fun about this. The instructions are so easy to follow, and you know, you can switch it up and play around. That's what I do, and it makes it so much fun. So now I'm doing my crossbands here, and I'm following the same like design paper with the same colored mat, and then I'm going to kind of switch these up and play around. So I'm going to put 4 cards together here for you now that we've got all of our pieces ready. And so like this was probably, you know, meant to have the same colored mat, but I decided I wanted different colored mats for my bands there. So I used like this guava color to go with the blue and kind of, you know, make it funky. So, but when I'm going to hold one up to you here in a minute and show you what it would look like if you use like a centerpiece that had a blue mat and then a band piece that has a blue mat. It looks really clean and beautiful. So, you know, you can make these anything you want them to be. That's for sure. I'm going to show you right here. See how clean and beautiful that is? Yeah, well, I went with pink. So I think these are so super cute. You know, I've seen lots of examples with these. So she shows what her contributors make each month, and that's always really fun to watch, to see people's interpretations. And you know, what's cool about this is you can use the same sketch, but then a different paper pad and like a different centerpiece, and you get like a totally different feel. That's what I like about it. You can keep going back to it and reinventing the sketch based on what your needs or your wants are at the time. And I just think that's so much fun. I'm showing you, I'm just kind of playing around here with different options. So you guys, I think y'all could tell I had a lot of fun playing with the sketch this month. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you do sheet load of cards? Have you heard of Call Ma Crafty Owl before? I mean, pretty sure you probably have. But if not, definitely go check her out. I mean, she's very fun, very creative. And then she gives us this awesome resource every month so faithfully. And I think that's just awesome. So Call Ma Crafty Owl went and hung out with Mary Gunn of Craft Roulette yesterday in Kansas City. And I bet those two had a blast together. Oh my goodness, that would be so much fun to hang out with them. It was fun that they shared a little bit with us on social media so we could kind of go along with them. That was fun. Okay, so these are the scraps that are left over. And I want to decorate the inside of my cards, so I decide to employ the scraps. And here I'm doing some in the middle. So I'm going to put like a sentiment up at the top, and then we can sign down at the bottom when Christmas rolls around. This one I put a little high. I wish I would have put it just a little bit lower, only so it would have lined up even better with that front bar. And then these are the last of my scraps, and it wouldn't stretch all the way across, but I just kind of improvised and made it work. So that's how I did. I had those two variations to use up all the remainder of my scraps and to get the insides of the cards done. That's the two variations that I did. And I'm going to show you guys here. This is all the paper I had left. So out of those two, well, really 3 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper and the 4 6 by 6, those were the scraps I had left. I think that is so cool. No wasted paper. So here are my cards. Let me know what you think down below. I am super excited to have a jump on Christmas personally. And so I will have plenty to give for the local nursing home, for my crafty friends, for my friends that I already send cards to. And I'm so glad to have the sheet load to help me out. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you had fun. I'll see you next time. Bye.